Hey Tonka, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Not bad. Forgive my ignorance on this subject, but how did you come by the nickname Tonka?
It's just a name my dad gave to me when I was young. I didn't really play with Tonka trucks. It was just really a name he gave to me. You gotta talk to him about that one.
I'm assuming it was because you ran over everything. That was just the connection that I'd put into my brain.
Yes, I think he told me one story or something like that.
How did your first year go from your perspective?
It went really good. I learned a lot of things. Aaron Stanley really helped me out, and JJ, they really did good with mentoring me and telling me things about the game.
How is this system different from last year's from what you've been able to see so far, scheme wise?
Well, I think it's like a little more like on the attack. Movement, a lot of movement going throughout the defense.
Thank you, Tonka.
Hill.
Hey Tonka, just curious what it's like for you now being solely focused on football because this time of year you're normally coming off basketball and into baseball and what's it been like just solely on one sport and how do you feel that's helped you to this point in your career?
Well, I think it feels good. In high school, I really couldn't keep my weight. So in high school, after basketball season, I really dropped down in weight a lot. But then I started gaining back in baseball because we was outside more and I didn't have to run. But really, it's good being here and focus on football, able to lift weights year round and be here all year round.
How much do you miss both those sports? Do you miss one more than the other or have you even really thought about that kind of stuff?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it, but like, yeah, I'm missing like playing three sports. That was just my thing all the way growing up, so I'm missing a little.
Do you play much pickup basketball or anything anything like that, or is that kind of hard to do given virus and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do with COVID and everything.
Lou Jack.
Tonka, Tonka, what have you seen from Jordan Birch from this year to last year and just his development? And where do you see as far as a big year for him coming up?
Well, I feel he's a good. He getting faster, stronger. A little bit of everything, and he just him. He's just kind of like me, being able to focus on football year round.
Eric Boynton.
Yeah, Tonka, how is the atmosphere different, and how is the approach feel differently under Coach Beamer now as opposed to Coach Muschamp?
Well, they both got good qualities, but I'd say probably like the energy. Like we bring, there's been a lot of energy, good vibes going along around the locker room and everything.
How about the early camaraderie on the team? You've got a lot of new faces, transfers, true freshmen, some veterans back. How have you guys tried to really gel and kind of get close, as close off the field as you need to be on it?
Well, I had a new freshman come in, move in with me, and we clicked like that really. And like the new freshman with the atmosphere being good and everything, they able to talk and everything. We were able to like communicate. And we've been having like team meetings trying to get us to all talk to people we never been talking to, really.
Who's your freshman roommate?
Nick Barrett.
Dick Cox.
Talk about your experience of working with Coach Luke Day and his staff and all the competitions at night. What have you gotten from that?
Oh, I got a lot from it. Luke Day, great. I like him. He bring a lot of energy and it's great atmosphere. And like the competitions at night, I learned that if you want to win, you gotta fight for it. It's not gonna be given to you easily.
John Del Bianco.
Hey Tonka, how are you?
Good. How about you?
Good, good to see you. What have you learned about Coach Beamer in your 3 months being around him, and kind of what have your like personal conversations been like one on one with him?
It's been good. It's a lot. It's a lot that he a lot about family. Like you'll see him with his family most of the time. He brought his family out to the first practice. A lot about family Gamecocks. He like the Gamecocks.
Mike Yuba.
Tonka, what has the process kind of been like in terms of picking up a new playbook? I know it's so early right now for you guys. You haven't even been in pads yet, but being able to pick up the 4-2-5 defense, and how much does that excite you getting ready for a new season?
It excites me a lot, to really just been sticking in the playbook, doing things, looking over it with my roommates, and coming in here and running through them a little bit.
Greg Hadley.
Tonka, I was just curious, what is it like to be around Derek Moore on a day-to-day basis? Because we've seen some videos of him on social media, and it seems like, brings a ton of energy. But what is it like, day in, day out?
Well, it's great. He always got good energy. He bring good vibes. You might not have a smile, but he gonna make you smile.
Rick Henry.
Hi, Tonka. Mo also talked about how the veterans, the freshmen, the transfers are all getting along. Is there anything that Coach Beamer does specifically to foster those relationships?
Yeah, really, he really talks to us about everything. Like, tries to get us to come up with things we can do together outside of football to help us like bond better.
Josh Kendall.
Tonka, I don't know the ages of your siblings, but I imagine the backyard competitions were fairly intense athletically. Can you give us an insight into some of that?
Oh yeah, it was very intense. I get mad. I would get mad when they had to calm me down sometimes. You play 21 on the basketball rim, I lose all the time. My dad beat me in horse. Could never beat him. He had now he getting older, he can't play me in horse, he got to play me in pig now. So it's something shorter.
Did he have a go-to shot in horse? Most dads have a cheat shot.
High hook, he love it.
Now, your sister plays softball at Francis Marion.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Have you stood in against her and tried to hit her?
No. I think it was one time when we was little. She wanted to put the pads on, play football, and I didn't put no pads on, but she did, and we did like Oklahoma, and she ran me over. You
Hill.
That's hilarious. I want to ask you follow up on Nick Barrett and what it's been like getting to know him these past couple months, and what have you seen him so far in the early going since he's been here?
he cool guy. He ain't afraid to talk like I was coming in a little bit, and he's just funny. He fit in real quick.
Lou Bijak.
Tonka, what about Jimmy Lindsey? What have you learned from him in the short time he's been here, and his impact on the D-line?
I learned a lot. He's a lot about teaching and film room, and he wants to help you get better. He wants you to take commitment in everything you do.
Wes Mitchell.
Yeah, Tonka, you were talking about your weight a little bit earlier. What are you up to? What are you sort of aiming to get to? And are you playing some interior now, or are you still out on the edge?
Well, I'm just following along with the coach's game plan. Whatever they want me to do, I'm going to do my best to help the team in the best way possible.